Toolkit, and I'm still here with Keith, and we're going to be talking to you about tool number 9, which is keeping a diary and tracking your progress. Now, when I talk to other people with long-term pain, they thinking, oh, what, I'll keep a track on how much pain I've got that day. No, it's not that at all. It's actually the opposite. A pain diary, by keep tracking, oh, I'm at this number 8 today, or number 9 the next day, etc., or whatnot. All they're doing, you're focusing on the pain. And what pain self-management is about taking action, moving on. So this tool is all about you keeping a track of your progress, you know, because sometimes it could be a slow progress, and we think, oh my God, I'm really not getting anywhere. But if you're keeping a little bit of a diary to seeing what you're doing, etc. I did this back in the day, because I used to get, oh my God, I'm still, you know, you think like you're not going forward enough. But when you actually start looking back at your journals and stuff like that, you'll find out that, oh, I mean, God, you know, you've moved, you know, you've gone, really improved a lot. So, Keith, do you ever, was anybody ever recommend you about keeping a journal or tracking your progress?
So when I got into this many years ago, a lot of these concepts weren't even talked about, let alone quote sort of mainstream as much as we are talking about it now. But tracking that progress and not tracking your pain, because all you're doing is living within your pain, but giving yourself an ability to look back and see the kind of progress you made. It was something that was never offered to me. But looking back, I realized how important that would have been, because you do get caught up in it. You're struggling. You don't feel like you're making any progress. But if you have an opportunity to kind of signpost these things along the way, you can look back and you can go, oh, look, you know, whether it's walking, we talked earlier about, you know, walking 100 meters. Well, if you find that your goal was 100 meters, but now all of a sudden you're walking 500 meters, but you don't really know you got there because it's just slow progress. That's huge, and that gives you empowerment, and it makes you feel like you're taking control and you're living better with your pain, which is really important. You can get all caught up in the day-to-day just sort of existence of it. So being able to sort of track your progress and be able to identify the progress that you're making is really important, and gives you the motivation to continue on, because it can be challenging some days. Let's just agree. And there's some days you might just want to throw in the towel and give it up. But when you can look back and see how you're making some progress, talked earlier about this is a marathon. It's not a sprint. As much as we want to sprint to the end, that's not going to work. So we're kind of in it for a bit of the long haul. And it's important to recognize the milestones and the positives along the way. So it's an excellent tool.
Thanks, Keith. Thanks very much for that. And we're going to be both heading over now to tool number 10, which is having a setback plan. So we'll see you on the other side. See you soon. Ciao.
See you.